Conscious thought. That is what we deal with on a Wednesday. 7 to 9 p.m. I want to say heights up to the Adam who was at the concert at Lee's Palace on the weekend. It was a boom show. Thank you very much. Beautiful energy. Nice people. The bands were hot. It was noise. So this weekend I don't know. I'm tired of talk sometimes. You hear people say they want to call in, and I don't know, nobody I call. It's like them catch stage fight or something. So I won't bite you unless you come at me, of course, then I will. But if you have something important and truthful to say, because you feel offended by what I say, or you'd like to refute it, or whatever, you can shout me. We can be reasonable. My conversations are reasonable, unless somebody becomes belligerent. Then we're not really cater to those things. So this weekend now, and the week's coming up, I'm gonna pick tunes. I'm gonna pick an energy that I'd like to think. So tonight's theme will be about colonialism and the need for isms, which is why you hear Rasta people say, it's not Rastafari ism. I know ism thing, we know it, and there's a reason for it. So the isms are part of the colonial lifestyle, and whenever you hear ism at the end of anything, it's not good for you. So when you hear colonialism, it's not good for you. So the music we're going to play tonight are artists who reflect those thoughts and it comes across in their lyrical content. So the first one tonight is from the one called Garnet Silk. And most one your Penny, the lyrics.
Let's see.
Be still, all ye enemies of Jah, and know that the Lord God the Almighty shall rule the end of his enemies. Jah, Rastafari, and his last and first. Now let God arise, let his enemies be scattered. Let them also that hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melted before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of God. But let the righteous be glad. Let them rejoice before God, yea. Let them exceedingly rejoice. Sing unto God, sing praises to his name. Extol him that rideth on the heavens by his name. Jah! Rastafari, Haile Selassie first. O Father, strength and Redeemer, who lives and rules and reigns over all living things. The Father of the fatherless, and the Judge of the widows, his God in his holy habitation. God set the solitary families. He bringeth forth those which are bound with chains, but the rebellious dwell in dry land. O God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, when thou wentest forth before thy people. When thou did march through the wilderness, Selah, the earth shook, the heavens also dropped at the presence of God. But even Sinai itself was moved at the presence of God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie first, the God of Israel. Though, O God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, did send a plentiful rain, whereby thou did confirm thy inheritance when it was weary. Thy congregation hath dwelt therein. Thou, O God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor. The Lord God, Jah the Almighty, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Kings of armies did flee face, and she that tarried at home divided the spoil. Though ye have lain among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold. When the Almighty God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, scattered kings in it was white as snow in Salmon. The hill of God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, is as the hill of Bashan, and high hill as the hill of Bashan, by BB high hills. This is the hill which God, Rastafari, Haile Selassie the first, desireth to dwell in. Yea, the Lord God, the Almighty, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, will dwell in it forever. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord God, the Almighty, Haile Selassie, O Father, strength and Redeemer, is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive, thou hast received gifts from man, Yea, for the rebellious also. That the Lord God of the Almighty and His last Father, strength and Redeemer might dwell among them. Blessed be the Almighty God, the Rastafari, His last Father, strength and Redeemer, who daily leadeth us with benefits. Even the God of our salvation, Selah. He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto God, the Rastafari, His last Father, strength and Redeemer, the Lord belongeth the issues from death. But the Lord God of the Almighty and His last Father, strength and Redeemer, shall wound the head of his enemies. And here is scalp of such an one as
Yeah, the one called Ghana has to play right out, you know, because you catch a vibe sometimes. Some people hear them the music there, and them don't want to hear it. It's like Sunday, you know, Sunday him, them just make us sing it in a church, and I want to come up and listen to more Sunday music on the radio. I'm like, jeez, man, tired of this. So the Christian Bible and the Christian preachers, them like to preach to the congregation and gonna take the lyrics out of the Bible itself and read them to you. To Bob Marley's, I believe that was what that natural mystic beat. And it's amazing how that music can penetrate itself to the people. See, that music touches and reaches where the colonialism people them don't want it to go. Yes, and you can't hear that, and then, you know, people were freaked out by it for a minute there because they realized how well versed he was at reading the Bible that, you know, they gave to black people here, and said, this is Christianity, you must convert. And then through education, they find out that it's possible that his do they interrupt me, of course. But it is possible that the words in that Bible have some kind of lineage to Ethiopia, to Sheba, to Solomon, to David. The same Bible where them I tell you say is the white Jesus and the white Mary. Then find out say there's a person who is directly connected to their Bible. And it's a black man. It's Haile Selassie the First. So when colonialism is doing its thing, it keeps that information away from all of us. You have to come to it on your own, you know. It's not like Rastafari, we're not going to preach to no people. We just play the tune them and we sing and we talk and we reason amongst ourselves, but the movement and the life is living it daily with yourself and not trying to follow what people tell you to do. You understand? That is the beauty of Rastafari. Papa Iral, born the next Ghana tune, you know. Sorry, you know. You cannot about to roll your spliff, okay, guys? I'm messing with you.
Oh, Father, watch in Zion. Hear our voice, so job today, you know.
Have you messed up your life? Go on. What's spliff? Not me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Making me to lie in green pastures.
So what's the next one?
He that lead me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He restored my soul. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes a lover, though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes a lover, though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you through it go. In the times the feathers blow. Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
puff off my split. When I mind talk about my split, and I talk about it all day.
Splashing, dashing, restlessly, never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad, sometimes the love is though you're glad. Little children love you well, of all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go, in the times the heavens blow. Though so strong and great you are, love. Stretching deep, wide and far. Tiny vessels that you keep, rocking them gently as to sleep. Wide and rough though you may be, when you are angry, mighty sea. When the storm is gone, we find you're still a playmate guy. Splashing, dashing, restless sea, never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad, sometimes the love is no
That's why beautiful,
Yeah, that's something, you know. But you know, yeah, they can see I just saw the words go, you know.
it's not the person, this is what he's left behind.
Yeah, it's the legacy.
If you can't, and this is always ongoing.
Yeah. Display all over the world and keep changing.
Forever and ever, King. You can't kill the spirit, you can't kill the body, you can't kill the spirit.
Right. That's what the world thinks.
I'm not afraid today. But I want that in them, I'm not afraid.
No, you're not afraid. You just leave what you leave with, you know, it will live, stand forever.
How pretty is that? How beautiful is that voice? When you listen to prayers and you're listening to hymns, the Rasta man sing to you, you know. That is seriously one of the most beautiful voices that reggae music had and still has. As my experience to RRR, you know. You can't kill the body, you know. Them kill whole heap of bodies, you know, billions. But you can't kill the spirit. Garnet lives on through the music. The messages are constant, and you see how peaceful that felt to you. The music tells me and shows me ways, you know, cause it's not just reggae music, they might try block, you know, they might try block song. People who write music, I think them get a sixth sense. Cause me can't write no music, you know. Me can't sing. Me can't play no musical instrument. Me and the brother where them would tell to leave the studio. Me are the last man anybody has got asked to do anything to do with music. But I'm a fan, I'm an aficionado of listening and making the lyrics take me maybe where I want to go or maybe where the artist is taking me. And I listen to that, and that's what moves me. And us, the musician need us and we need them. See? But the ones that can write, I think it's God-given. I think it comes from a spiritual source. Every single one of my friends who writes music tells me, and when I write, I don't write lyrically, but I write all the time. And sometimes I sit down to start a thought, and then 3 hours later, I'm still there. You understand? So that doesn't come from you wanting to write, that comes from the information wanted to leave you. I think people who write music are muses. I think they have a channel, and their music is something that you can listen to and learn from. Sometimes it doesn't come from themselves. They're just a vessel for the message. See? This next one, everybody's heard it before. Well, I'm not going to, you know, everybody know Three Little Birds and what the next one name again? One Love and all kind of thing. That the most racy Marley tune I'm ever play upon the radio is jamming, because you know them like how that feel it. Them love the word jamming. See? But you know what Bob that talk about. Them know it, you know, so them like it. But what Bob Marley represented to Jamaican culture when he was coming up, because his music couldn't get played in Jamaica in the early parts of his career. The minute him stopped to the simmer down ska and the little rock steady tune them, him started to gravitate towards Rastafari. And once he started along that path, the radio stations blocked him. DJs were told not to play his stuff. And you hear the story said, friend going to a studio with baseball bat. No, it wasn't a baseball bat, it was a gun. And they held the gun against, like, I think it's RRR radio station at the time, and put it against the man, the DJ head, and said, play this. And then play the track and said, play it again. And that's how Jamaicans heard Bob Marley music, If a DJ had Bob Marley songs coming off wax, some of them dancers used to ram just to hear the new Bob Marley tune, But he couldn't get played on the radio. So I'm gonna play you some tracks you've heard. Everybody has heard them, but you don't hear them. Tell me how many times you hear these very popular songs on mainstream radio. And the first one, Get Up, Stand Up.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Reach your hand up, tell me. Heaven.
So I was a little kid coming up. So then time the Peter and Bunny and Bob is still the Whalers, I think. And it wasn't Bob Marley and the Whalers yet. That was just the Whalers. Anyway, so somebody call me and correct me, please. Anyway, so the man I talk about, we are sick and tired of the ism, schism. We die and go to heaven in Jesus' name. We know and we understand, so what? Almighty God is a living man. I could have been about, 10, 11, 12 when I hear them thing there. And I thought Peter Tosh must have been a blaspheming person. What do you mean? You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. What do you mean somebody's fooling somebody? The establishment wouldn't fool anybody. They get me lunch and dinner and a mom and a nice home. The establishment wouldn't lie to me, would they? And I didn't buy into what Bob and Peter and Bunny were saying. But I danced to the song because it was a cool tune at the time. But they were speaking about something that is still relevant today. You get up and stand up for your rights. The change you seek, always, we talk about it every week, is within you. You're not nothing for nobody else. You've heard it, I have heard it over and over. When you get it, you do something about it. When you don't get it, you hear it, you know it applies to you. What happened with Donald Trump is directly responsible, your responsibility, my responsibility. And when you get it, it changes things. You have to get it though. The people that get it change things. Because once a truth is revealed, you can't unchange it. Once you learn the ABC, you can't not read it. You know what I'm saying? So, get up, stand up for your rights. And challenging the church was another reason I feel, reggae music is under attack within our society because it challenges the story of the Bible, spirituality, true spirituality. And but that's why it's important, because we're not challenging the church because we're heathenists and blah blah blah. That's bullshit. them is as he's nothing more so than us, based on the amount of Catholic boys that are not virgins any longer. Saying the history of Christianity is, we all know it. I grew up in a Presbyterian church in Jamaica. I believed in God. I told people at 13 years old I wanted to be a priest. Everybody laughed because I have such an aggressive lifestyle. But I did. I love the planet. I love God. I love the energy of the out there. Everything about it. I love life. You understand? I love everything about it. But the system that we live under is suppressing. And I started to hear these lyrics, and I really started to understand. And once you start to learn about Rastafari, Almighty God is a living man, you know. People challenge it. People don't even want to believe in a God, and that's a foolish sentiment. It doesn't even matter what you believe. What is relevant is that you can be respectful to another human. Rasta music, saying, Rasta music teach me. So, we're going with more Robert Neston on because he has so many things to tell us about the jungle we are living now. See? The concrete one. Shine in my day to day. No sun will shine. Oh, I don't need that singing that. High yellow moon. Earl, yeah, that for Reggae.
Keep trying.
I never stop, man. My friends used to tell me to shut up all the time, right?
Keep trying. It might just come on.
Never. It might come on, never. But it doesn't matter. I'm going for it. You have to brave in life, you know.
Yeah, man, we try to.
What do you got for me? You know this year, concrete jungle. Yeah. So, the man I talk about the life you might live in, in the concrete jungle. And that song is relevant today, as it was then. There isn't a time where his relevance has changed. But you don't hear these songs on mainstream radio. And it's common songs to us, but these are the songs we should be getting them to ask them to play too. I want to big up to my brother, Manitou Nimin. This is a native virgin. Somebody know him as Quentin. He has a shop selling native art. 222 Spadina in that Chinese mall, second floor. This youth is one gifted youth. So it made me my medicine side. So I decided to wear it. I wear it sometimes. It's kind of like, you know, feeling somebody else's energy. I believe, even though I burn out the Christian faith sometimes and the Islam faith and all these things, one of the things that I believe in a spiritual way is that all of them actually has a message within them. And the only way we're going to learn to change our planet is to accept everyone, pull them in, and we're going to then have the message that takes us forward. So by the natives and the Christians and the Muslims and the Hindus and in Pakistan where the Muslims fight the Hindu and blah blah blah. If everybody stopped fighting and accepted each other's information, it's gonna open something. And we fight so hard to prove everybody else wrong is that we're missing the message, a simple message. See, I don't judge none of them, you know. I can't, because I was taught the wrong things as I was growing up through the Presbyterian Church. I was taught how to hate. Tonight's show is still about colonialism, and all of what I'm saying to you right now is all within the structure of colonialism. See, when you're living in the ism, you don't realize, just like, you know, the reference of the Matrix. So interesting that a black woman wrote that, because it's relevant to what you're living in this construct that you're in. We're all in. We are programmed. I am programmed. I know it. I'm trying to deprogram some things so I can speak. So when I say these things, some of you are going to go, shut up, and some of you are going to go, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I was thinking. You have to wake up the woke. All the information you will ever hear, you already have it inside your microchip of your brain. That's why when people speak to you, you go, oh yeah. You never heard it before, you thought, but somehow it seemed familiar. So I'm going to read something. Years ago, about 2010, this whole Reggae for Life thing, even prior to that, was eating away at me. It was just laying its seeds, and I kept going along with it and going along. Now, me and Errol just finished a conversation about my singing, and it's fairly non-existent as a thing that could be pleasing to another human being, but it's irrelevant. See, I still hold down tunes as long as I know the words I'm singing them. If it hurts your ears when you're standing beside me, move further away. And then I realized I don't have any so-called musical talent, but that's okay. I still love it the same way, so it doesn't matter. It's the love that counts, right? So I thought, though, if I ever wrote a song and ever wrote something about Reggae for Life in a song, I would want these lyrics in it. So bear in mind, I'm not a songwriter or a poet, but I'm writing this thing anyway, because this is what Reggae for Life kind of embodied for me at that time. See? Reggae is the truth. Reggae is the light. Rastafari is our guide to servitude in life, to make our world strong, to defend our weak. Reggae for Life is a chant that we seek. When man made AIDS to profit from the weak, Reggae for Life is there to bespeak. When Hutus and Tutsis murdered the race, those of us in servitude must step up in place. When the earth shook and multitudes died, the loving and the righteous must defend as we cry. For at the end of the day, we that are blessed must rise to defend those who have less. I wrote that many years ago, and one of the coolest things after I wrote it, big man like me start crying. You know, so this is not something that had anything to do with me. The reason you cry is because it hits you like it hit some other folks when I read it. And I knew it came from somewhere else. I can't explain it to you or where it comes from and again, but I know it comes from somewhere. It comes from somewhere nice. I feel good when I read it. I feel good when I say it and talk to other people about it. And Reggae for Life, the concept of it is growing. Richard Brown out in British Columbia, I just say that, or Vancouver. He was in town on Saturday to come watch the Fugitive and Satellite concert at Leeds Palace. And Richard Brown used to play in my band. I used to manage a band named Ibadan, and he was a drummer for a few years. And it was those years of Ibadan was the lean years, but that was when we was angry and hot and music was really tough. It was an amazing time, you know. So Mr. Brown was there upon the weekend. I want to thank him for his $40 he sent for his Reggae for Life shirt. Go and check out where you can support Reggae for Life on CanadianReggaeWorld.com. Please and thank you. And as I show off on my website, I showing off the one here as well, which is called RootsReggaeRadio.ca. I'm going to big up TorontoReggae.ca. These three entities and others are becoming the basis of reggae media, and it's kind of cool. And if we're going to do this, we must speak on the things that we must change so that we can actually we can sit closer to the table. You understand? We don't have to sit down way over there and get scraps like the dog then, like they've been doing to us. This colonialism thing. This ism is not helping you. See? We're play our next tune now, because we can't leave out that.
What?
Yes! We'll talk the speech of all speeches of Haile Selassie I, brought to you by Robert Nesta Marley in the tune called War.
Until the philosophy which old one rates superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited.
Alright. We're have to take a puff of spliff and refill my water.
Well, this next one is gotta be.
Hear them horns. Alright, so that one is too complex for really getting to, you know, to some people. First of all, the bass line bad. When the song start and the bass line start play, you gotta start roll immediately. See? The horn lines, the intricacy of the music. Some of the people that never like Bob Marley music can never sound like reggae them say. Because he took other elements. In the track before it, in Concrete Jungle, when I was listening to probably one of the first ever crossover rock and roll rock riffs in a reggae tune. See? And I think it set the standard, bringing rock and roll to reggae. So then now, this is a tune that we're not going to hear upon mainstream radio. Because it's going to make any child think. Because when I heard music, it made me think. That's why I gravitated towards Rastafari music. Because there's something innate inside most of us that we don't speak it much, but we like the truth. We like the truth from everybody else. Maybe not from ourselves, because we like to lie to ourselves a little bit, but we want the truth from every person around us. It's like, so when people lie to you, you always get hurt. So, when I heard truthful music, that's what made me start to learn and made me look for more, you understand? So, I found out many years after the song was done, because I wasn't that conscious as I was, that the tunes, the lyrics were from a speech of Haile Selassie I. So I said, why would anybody take a speech of a diplomatic person and make it into a song? And then the song became a hit song. It became a hit, maybe because of the speech, maybe because the bass line was tough, maybe because it's Bob Marley, maybe because Chris Blackwell was able to market the Marley brand fairly amazingly back in those days. There's a combination of things that maybe made it happen, but that song is a speech of Haile Selassie I. And what happened was, at the League of Nations, Europe invited Ethiopia to join with the League of Nations. And one of the stipulations of being a part of the league was that no one within the league could attack anybody else that was a part of it. That was part of the whole thing, to be in it. And Italy was already, Ethiopia was already under attack from Italy. So at the League of Nations, never seen before or since, His Majesty walked to the podium and delivered this speech. Bob Marley cut it to make it fit in the music, but until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior, there will always be war. Colonialism is about that. This colonial we live in is about the degradation of other humans. Until the philosophy is eliminated, where we don't see anybody as less than self, that we appointed ourselves through the use of the Darwinian theory of evolution, saying that the white man is the last, most evolved state of man, making him the most superior man. Because that's what many of them believe, because they wrote this down and read it to their children. Colonialism is not working as it pertains to human life, because we are eliminating humans left, right, and center. We're murdering the native race constantly. I wear this now more often because it's something, it's like an aura. It changes my own aura to say I'm moving closer and closer to defending the people who, them don't suffer more than black people, you know. Nobody has suffered more than black people. But their suffering is so great that they're losing people, they're losing population. The native population is less now than it has ever been. The suicide rate is on a high. The alcoholism, all these things. When you genocide a people, when you take children away from their parents, called the Indian Act, up until 1996, you had no intentions of really helping these people. You're definitely trying to genocide them and eliminate them, and we're watching it happen, all of us. It's not like, oh no. I've known since I've been here. I'm just now starting to recognize that I should say something or get involved somehow. So each day I take another step closer to the point where I think black people are the most aggrieved and tortured people on the planet. There's no question about it. But what's really interesting about us is that no matter how them are murdered away, we still are breed. And what's contrary to the native population, instead of we are dwindle, fuel population more than a Philemon, more than everybody, except for the Asian, Chinese, who have had a head start, I guess. They never get as much murdering as we. But them go through things too with the Japanese. Rastafari taught me many things. When I heard this song, the teachings that Rastafari was flowing through Robert Nesta Marley, he wasn't trying to make a hit song. He was trying to help the world. He heard some lyrics that he knew were conscious thoughts, and he wanted to share them. And he put it to a very powerful bass line. These are the tunes that need to play on the radio. The children them can learn something. Don't be afraid of the knowledge, because now that you hear it, you're not hear it on mainstream radio, you heard it here. You can go play it yourself now. Go and listen to the lyrics of the track. See? The League of Nations turned their back on Haile Selassie I. And he was at some point exiled, and then had to come back 8 years later and kick Mussolini out of the country. the treaties that they write for native people in this country are pretty much like what Mussolini tried to do with Ethiopia and His Majesty. There are over 400 treaties written, for over 400. If that white man's word was worth anything, you would only have needed one treaty. You wouldn't even have needed a treaty, to tell you the truth. So this is what the music does for me. We have a next one, you know. This is one, yeah. Anytime you go to a Marley concert, you know, when him did I do it, or when you go to one of these celebrating Marley things, I've seen it done both ways. I've been at the show where Bob was doing Exodus as an outro song. And then I've been here in Toronto with my brethren, Clem DeLuca, Kid Rasta and the Peacemakers, did this, and it lit up the entire room. It's going to light you up again, you know. Because what we are doing, brethren, we leave out of the place now, out of Babylon, we Exodus. Yeah.
It's a long one. So that's see, gotta go make a walk.
Movement of the people. When you see just like, you're not wrong. I didn't realize how much dance you were taping last week. To the rules of creation, lead the generation, try to break tribulation.
Oh shit, Exodus.
Would you like me to pour some water for you? You're gonna fill up. You know, so someone there, yeah, right now, on a march, movement of Jah people, Rastafari people. Rastafari is something where they're inbound concept. So, them always want us to justify to them, because them justify how them pray to Allah, or Buddha, or Jesus. Maybe, just maybe, you might be wrong. Maybe you read the book wrong. And we're just showing you a different light. And within the same book you read, you found the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Haile Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, you found him. And I want to tell you about him, you know. I want to tell you about Solomon and Sheba. His very great, however amount of great grandparents. There are those out there who dispel that he's not a descendant of. And yes, it did come through his family, but he's not part of the family because he was adopted. You hear all kind of thing. But you all live within this time, and some of you lived within his time, and you saw the difference he made on the planet. It's not a question. We don't need to question certain things. The 6th annual Reggae Exclusive Recognition Award, Sunday, July the 2nd, 2017. Admission is $20. Toronto Plaza Hotel. Doors open 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. Toronto Plaza Hotel is 1677 Wilson Avenue West in Toronto. Info lines, write this down now, 647, I'll stretch out man, oh jeez, 668-3989 and 647-720-1367. A whole heap of wonderful sponsors, a whole heap of artists, performances. You have, Fireline is there, Belinda Brady, Mr. P. The list of people on this thing is pretty amazing. Sin. And we have a very popular MC and the Dandelion. So all kind of thing is coming at us through this Reggae Music Award. The president is getting a call from the Oval Office there, and yeah. I don't know what else you might get. Yeah, so we still deal with the colonialism, exodus, movement of Jah people. I did beg you for the bojo after, right? I wish one
African Pride.
Destiny, please.
Okay.
I'm going to play that right now. I didn't want to set anything up, I just want to run that tune there.
You're the boss.
It was good and evil.
Hey, I keep joking with the man right over, man.
I raised the name of the most
I'm
star.
the blood king boss.
Sons of men.
Sometimes I play my own show. And the man just pick out and try to tune him in a row, and I'm like, how it is? He gets a flow. I'm not left him. Me the boss. Me.
Is his poverty.
The boss is not a very nice man, you know. The boss is an ass, you know.
The boss is an ass.
Yeah, man. You never know that. You want to become the ass.
The forces try hold I down. Breaking chains has become the norm. I know I must get through, no matter what I want. Destiny, mama, look from where you calling. Destiny, mama, look from where you calling. Yeah, I wanna rule my destiny, Lord. And I tell you once more, a rich man's wealth is in the city. Oh, destruction of the poor is our poverty. Yeah, destruction of our soul is vanity. Oh, do you live? Oh, destiny, destiny.
Destiny, mama, look from when you're calling. I wanna rule my destiny. Are you hearing the defiance? It's not really defiance, Them call it defiance, but they're trying to obstruct the fire that we have running within, and there's nothing wrong with it. They just need to quench it, I guess, or quench it. They have a necessity for us to be something less than we are. We need to tone it down. No, King. The colonial structure doesn't work for us. We spiritually cannot do that. We have a right as a human to think this way and to live a certain way. It comes out in our music. I want the next Bojo Bantan, my virgin. The one where over the hill them and the valley. This year one now, just listen lyrics, people. Well, I don't know. Over years and valleys, don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Come on, I get back to my God, I get the tune now. Over years and valleys, with the ones that play in the train, I usually put out the camera. Oh, they come back for that. Oh, they want the tune like you. Why try to make I am happy? Really, I don't know. If it was up to them, my friend, we would never see the sun and the snow. We would have mystical communication within. We keep on coming together. I love to see brothers and sisters looking out for one another.
We'll give our strength on African pride.
Stop tearing down each other. Only Rasta free the people. Over years and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe 1 minute that they are with you. Jah free the people. Over years and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. I don't do. You just behaving like they want you to, yeah. I say, arrogance is much different from ignorance. I know you feel the same way too. Many live this life without having a clue. No reason why they are so sad and blue. Blessings to know, so much things to do. Not a moment to reflect on this cycle of life. Free the people. Over years and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Jah free the people. Over years. Don't believe for a minute they don't like you. Jah free the people. Over years and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Oh, they believe 1 minute. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. You hear the pain in a Bojo voice when he's singing. Come out of a yard. See? I didn't think I make Bojo Bantan when I'm there. People want to talk about cocaine. Why Rastaman have cocaine? Yeah, that's a good question. But it is also one of people tell you, say, you know, circumstances make me what I am. And I tell you the truth, I'm life. I'm not trying to be nothing else. Love Bojo Bantan. Love that out there. Love what he says. I love what the music does to him. I love the words that come out of him and the way it changes the planet around him. There's a reason for Bojo Bantan to be here. If them no murder them off, you know, I'd love to hear the next album. That album is gonna be woof. As I say this, I must send a love out to Peter Tosh's son, Jawara Tosh, in hospital today. So we're sending out a prayer to the family, Andrew and the family, saying, when I remember these things, I just have to say it, because you don't know, sometimes we're not as organized as we should. Colonialism
The use of words is awesome in its power. By use, I mean labeling and the timing of when those words happen. For instance, CEO, president, vice president lets you know you're trained, programmed to a specific behavior. So if the president of whatever major company or the United States or whatever it may be walks into your presence, you know by the title that they come, you're expected to have better behavior. That's a word. There must be a word, you know, president, and people feel the need to bow. You could be Joe Schmo or Jane Doe one day, and the next day you're the president, and the behavior changes just by the use of a word. The title is a heavy thing if you let it happen to you. This is an unnecessary thing. Earl, Duke, Dame, Duchess, Sir are titles that are bestowed upon royal people in colonial world. People run to try to get a sir. Then the names there just read off to you are usually even more powerful than the CEO of any corporate company, or even certain presidents of certain companies. Dames and dukes and sirs and madams and duchesses are closer into the royal circle than them other people there, unless them get a circle. To gain respect, that's the path to Buckingham. So, as a product of someone, of a race that has been brutalized, and we know it, we're not she wouldn't even dispute it, man. She's like, yeah, I did it, but you know, that's how us rich people are. We just kill you people. That's what we do. Black people, native people, Indian, East Indian, Pakistan, Chinese. Whip a murdering go on in every single one of those races on behalf of colonialism. Reggae music educates. It gives pride. So I keep reading, and I read to you. I listen. I listen to some of the elders reason, and I try to learn. So, what you get our next one for you now? You might take you back to the woman. Get some African pride in you. Run Jones selector.
Roll the struggle. Lies the rule and protect that my life.
To move forward.
Why can't we just come together? See some tribe on the north and side. Who knows better us do better? As words of collective inside may not be exposed to education, but surely knows wrong from right. Africans in African pride.
Yeah, well, I'll say, I get recorded. I'll say that good. I can't do that to the people. Let's get them on that track. Yeah? Nice. Thank you. That's better on my ears. Thank you.
Device trends.
You hear the spirit tonight, people that Lord, give us strength. You want Ghana to talk about your strength. Yeah, see, that's the yard.
Where is the walk now? That murder these native people. Yeah. Because of that strength what we have. We refuse to die. And we just are growing it.
multitudes. And if we can't get to these monsters, we have to do amongst them woman them. So everybody gets some away. Everybody gets some away. Everybody, we don't cater. But the native race I did that. We need to get up and strengthen them and help them. And we are here then. And we come to that tonight.
Yeah.
I will do the next one. Right now where this night is. The man make it to me now. And put in like tobacco and something else in there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, tobacco you want to pray to like with your baby herb.
Sing and dance to the music. You know, the Lord give I strength. You hear that spirituality? People say that's the biggest downfall of black people. Not for the one them who think them spiritual go church, so they become led sheep. But that's not the spirituality what me I talk about. Me I talk about where all the way happen away. There's a connection. Whether you get it or not, there's a frequency. Whether you believe in Allah, Buddha, whoever it is, the connection is real between and amongst us. It's an energy that we need to survive amongst ourselves. But we have so much that we can just easily murder each other, unfortunately, I guess. So, kind of leads me to why I wear this medicine sack tonight. It reminds me of my need to somehow impact what I can on aiding the Native community in regards to the murders in their race and their races. And it's across North America. It's not an isolated thing. I've never heard anybody speak about a reservation being a really nice place to be, or anybody wanting to move to a reservation. Res sounds almost like a bad word. Res, if you go into the res, it's like, damn, going to hell. If you as a human. Accept that res is a nice place to put people. Well, that's cool, that's your thing, but I can't. I found out that I can't. So recently I found out something I do and I can't do. If we talk about the murders of these people, Lord give us strength, what you say? At the end of the workday, when they bring the African to the New World, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti. When the black man came, whatever indigenous people that were there were dying out because they couldn't take the labor. So much of them were what you see today as Native Americans and Canadians. And they couldn't take the hard work. So, then bring we, not that we could take it any better, but we seem to survive. And part of it has to do with that Lord give us strength where we persevere way too much sometimes. At what point is that breaking point? But there is no true breaking point. Sometimes there is no point, there is no spoon. I love that line. Them can't change your path. You just do it yourself based on the prompting that they give us. So my thing is, I don't want any more of their prompts about how I'm supposed to treat and feel about Native people. They've convinced many white children that Native people are dirt, and them indoctrinated me when I came here. And I find out that there's some white Canadians who detest Native people more than they detest black people, and they don't even like black people. So the Native people have no chance. They have no chance. They're dying more and more every year. Their populations are literally dwindling. And the black populations around the planet just blossom. There's something we have figured out as black people about survival. So somehow or other, since we are the best survivalists, we should spend our time defending the Native community. It doesn't mean that them have it any worse than we, because everything them go through, we as black people, we have about, for every one story anybody has been through, we have 15 or 20 stories. For every million you has been murdered, we have a 10, 15 on top of your million. So I'm not saying that they've suffered any more than us, I'm just saying that they're not replenishing. They're dying, we're losing one of the most spiritual beings on the planet. And we're all standing by watching it happen. Everyone's doing it. I'm on it too. I'm one of those people. Like, somebody has to ask a question, somebody has to get up, stand up. This is what reggae music does for me. The next track, this is what you'd call rude boy music back in the day. Yeah. I ain't running for you and I talk to him after.
Take it easy.
Yes, sir.
Tune start like a bad boy scam. That's how I scam on the street when I told him. I leave. Take it so rough.
Easy, not easy. Babylon too tough. Them a walk, them a shoot, them a do. Babylon, them a do. Them a walk, them a loot, them a shoot. But we know evil by the rule. Easy, breaking easy. Not take it so rough. Yeah. Easy, breaking easy. Babylon too tough. Them a walk, them a loot, them a shoot. Babylon, them a rule. Them a walk, them a loot, them a shoot. But we know evil by the rule. Easy, not easy. Not take it so rough. Easy, not easy. Babylon too tough. Yeah. Babylon too tough. troubled by the rules. Easy, not easy. Not take it so rough. Easy, not easy. Babylon too tough. Easy, not easy.
Just play it cool.
Easy,
Not easy.
just be right there with you.
Nobody knows that. Turn this on. Let the music play.
Just play cool.
Nobody knows that.
Babylon, them a loot, them a shoot. And we know them a do.
Yeah, man. Easy, not easy. What am I talking about? I don't know. Someone. He's actually asking all of the bad boy in my street for calm down. Babylon too tough. Them a loot, them a shoot. Babylon is a brute. Babylon is murdering you. Easy. Use the music for calm the people them down. I know when that tune they play at any dance, everybody forget that. It's just one of those tunes. It's like calling for a change in humanity came out of reggae music and the lyric of everyone. And even though sometimes when I don't understand exactly what the lyric says, it's the meaning, but somehow it spreads across this planet of Earth. There's an energy, a beautiful energy about reggae music. It teaches and it continues to teach. The next track, we're going to take a little skip to our next youth, you know. I want him span decades, say, I call him youth. Father Spear. And that we ever play around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I figure, wait, this is the one that really made me angry at Burning Spear when I was a little boy, was this track. Because this Christopher Columbus, what do you mean he's lying? What?
Come walk us.
Eh? Yeah, come walk us. We started making up names for him in school. Because it's burning people that open people's eyes for real, you know. Because we bought what English history told us was West Indian history is English history. Run the tune, brother. Damn blasted liar. Liar. That was hurtful to say that. That's not what I was told.
He's the first one who discovered Jamaica. What about the other 1 million? I know the black man who around here before him. The Indians moving on longer. Here comes black man and woman and children. And he a jungle lion. Holy pa mix up. A holy pa bello. Happy straight along.
Yeah, thank you.
question this establishment.
I'm living in this. I didn't know any better. These Rasta people, they lie about it. No, they're not. I couldn't believe I heard this track on the radio. But by then the Rastafari energy was growing.
Yeah, it's done, yeah.
It was different.
Yeah. Take a while to get there, that's brutalized.
I'm coming up from the south right now though.
Huh?
I'm coming up from the south in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw what we can do with that.
Yeah,
We need some big lions, bigger than me.
yeah.
To step up and make it run.
No, but wise now, you know, pure white beard people that run things now. Yeah, because we have to give the youth them direction, and they have nothing else.
We must.
They did,
But we must also recruit a next lion.
yeah.
We not strength like me also.
Yeah, we have to go promote the youth. We have to find them. And find the one that, you know, the one who pick up the presets and I carry it with a passion.
Well, no, let's say I was some reasoning session.
And then you will see, from that you will see
who is who.
who, yeah. Because who seek it knowledge, you know, that you can go on in my ideas.
Yes.
Who seek it, find it.
Yes.
You know?
You can't reach nobody.
No, who
If
seek
you're
it.
there and the knowledge come forth,
Yeah.
you learn. But you have to be there. You have to be present.
Yeah, we'll get a eye opener, and from that to there, you know, you start seeing, and then you compile, you listen, you look at everything.
Yes. Now we need something.
Because even though you have to words on paper, you still have to watch liberty around it, but the church all the time around.
Man, I read Bible every day.
Yeah.
I read the fuck up there, man.
Yeah, you know, yeah, so,
We know what toxic boy now. We know
yeah,
that's exactly something that can carry.
yeah,
Be with people.
Right.
Stop doing that.
yeah, sit there, they can't bring that twice.
Who you worry?
When we
Might just the first.
yeah, I wouldn't even know this people, you know.
Not necessary.
Yeah,
I don't need you to know
right
what I know.
from my heart already. So
Yeah.
he's retired with him, you know. Okay.
Christopher Columbus was a damn blasted lad. I was like you when I heard them lyrics and I was like, hey, yo, I mean, I'm lying. It never occurred to me, and then I had to ask some of my elders, and then they started to explain to me the shit that I was reading in high school from age 11 to age 16, 17 was a complete lie. Not a lie, but it was a fabricated story for the colonialists. The colonialists wrote our history for us. You've heard this every day. This is not news to anyone. I'm having a conversation sometimes with myself. So, the Reggae for Life movement, again, for me, is trying to figure out how to create something of our own where I don't need to go to the government of this country to give me money for run reggae music. Reggae music can do it. Reggae is once you focus on a thing, it can't be stopped. I didn't focus on reggae before. And it's been formulating within me for a while. So I wrote lyrics to a tune. I read it one more time. Reggae is the truth. Reggae is the light. Rastafari is our guide to servitude in life, to make our world strong, to defend our weak. Reggae for life is a chant that we seek. When man made AIDS to profit from the weak, Reggae for life is there to bespeak when Hutus and Tutsis murdered the race. Those of us in servitude must step up in place. When the earth shook and multitudes died, the loving and the righteous must defend as we cry. For at the end of the day, we that are blessed must rise to defend those that have less. That's reggae for life, you know. Fight for people who can't fight for themselves. I'm not saying Native people have it any worse than black people. I'm just saying that they're not fighting good. They're losing human life. So instead of, they're not inferior either. The reason they're dying is maybe because they're superior, because they won't strike back. They won't go and shoot a politician in the head. They don't do that stuff. Yet they're being vilified. So I'm just suggesting to my black people out there, turn an eye to the Native people. I believe if we elevate them, we will in turn be even further elevated as people. See? So, I run more tune for the item now. Where's Sarah?
Where you are? Good old slavery there.
You see it. You see it. This is where I learn about slavery and what I feel about we. Running. I have more tune, but I didn't. We're run out of tune now, right? What about it?
I think you run out of way of bringing tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, right?
Which is good. They use it tough. Yeah, they are talk for the next little much then we have Marcus Garvey. That's not take care of the way down to almost.
We might need two more, so come let's get them in case now. I like I overwork the big dude.
I'm a rebel, gladiator guys.
Yes, please.
Right now.
After burning.
Yeah, after burning down. I think that can finish it down.
Yeah.
I think that will finish it down.
And if anything, declaration of rights, I think I have it in my thing, or you have it in your library. Bring over declaration of rights to me by the Abyssinian. Because around and around there.
It's freaking wrong.
Oh, slavery days! Remember. Oh, slavery days. Oh, those slavery days? Do you remember? You know, say them can prove that the pain of slavery is carried through in our DNA to this very day. The brutalization is in Hero Circle in Jamaica, and I can tell you, I barely knew why. It's not till I got older and realized his contribution. So, Burning Spirit did give us that amazing track. Run through, bro. Whoops. Oh, boy. You guys have to drive real time. Make it run again.
Marcus Garvey's come to pass. Marcus Garvey's come to pass. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Come, little one, oh, let me do what I
That tune
can.
is one of the most driving beats I've ever heard in a reggae track.
And you, hello.
Oh, yeah. This had an effect, man. It did.
Very Jen.
Yeah.
Woke up people, woke up black people.
Burning Spirit, woke up fire.
For you alone.
What I'm saying, I find in everyone of it, all Jamaicans, let it out. If 1 and 2 we can do so much, what would 20 of us do? What would
Yeah, because
two million of
at
us do?
them the time I get that weirdness, you know, when the man in, you know. It's just like a light just shine
Yes,
on the
sir.
island, you know, where,
Yes, it did.
you know, it just, what it
and
want
watch
to
it,
get,
put it.
you know, yeah.
I'm spending years watching it now.
Yeah,
Now the one voice we do on reggae,
I know. They put them beat that shit. Yeah, beat.
But it's still the most powerful thing, but there's nowhere. The man come take Pinnacle like had nobody want.
No respect. Yeah, serious thing.
But I'm happy some of us did wake up. Because we can make a change. We can, if you love Jamaica, stop killing Jamaica. That's my slogan. If you love Jamaica, stop killing Jamaicans. Everyone ever see the flag? We jump up and down.
No.
When you see them both can run,
Yeah.
who will stop over there?
Yeah. But just shoot your
Shoot
brother.
and kill. Nothing. We love Jamaica.
Oh, we're going next. Declaration of rights.
We got 50 minutes to go. Not declaration yet. I want the other one.
I'm already.
Soul Rebel. I could have taken the murder version, but I chose this one.
Yeah, no problem.
I like something.
Yeah, you can mix it up.
I'll
You
be
can
baby, man.
make a different feel.
Whoa. Marcus, Gavin, Marcus. We didn't know. And as Gerald tell me straight up, same way for the rest of us. Yes, there's a light shone within that time. Rastafari flourished and reasoning flourished and educated minds started happening among Jamaica's ghetto youth and starting to recognize, once you have a truth, you're able to decipher the information that is being sent at you somewhat better. Even though you're programmed, I am programmed, I say it all the time. I'm not accusing you of being programmed like I'm any wiser than anyone, because I still catch myself doing some of the same dumb shit. So don't ever think I'm belittling you. Sometimes I get mad at myself for not doing better in a situation. I know better, and then out of programming, instead of going left, I end up going right because that's what the program told me to do. See? And it happens to every one of us. But when you do have the information, you have a choice to make. You have your own choice. The onus of being what you must become, again, is within you. Stop waiting for this government thing you think is going to save your world. It literally is you. And you're afraid because it's too big of a job. How am I supposed to change the lives of 8 billion people? Change the vibration inside of you. There's a frequency. One of you has the key. And because you think this is too big, you won't budge. You're listening to their words. You need to see what's in front of you. You have that frequency. We have that frequency. You can make changes that must occur for us to grow and protect. Reggae music, Rastafari teaches that to me and to us. Herald, I'm going to go with that rebel.
You wanna be a rebel?
Yes, sir. The gladiators, yeah? Ventura. See the morning sun. Z gone already. Right? Z gone? Because I want him to put his on it before me left here. Him say I go ashore or something, you know?
I'm supposed to take over this, no? Let me go find it.
Did the tickets get picked up?
Same night. Oh no, I don't know.
Because my mom's friend said she was the one who called, but
Oh.
she said, I don't know.
Yeah.
My brother. I'm a rebel. That's what I'm coming from a long time now, but I get for realize that the ones they call rebels who so-called buck against the system, we're not doing it because we're trying to be rebel-like. What is happening is whatever is happening within the system is things that we can't accept as individuals. You know, some people are taller, some people are shorter. Everybody has a different vibe. We cannot, and will not conform, and we're not doing it. Actually, we ain't even just say that we can't go and be. We not do it. We not do it ever. See, this colonial thing. More people need to wake up. We need people waking up. You know, black, brown, white, purple. Everybody have to wake up because it's a disrespect to humanity. What is happening to one person can and will happen to you. What is happening to Native women will happen to all women. You'll see. It's unfortunate we always get to the point where it's too late, but hardies must feel themselves, and it does happen. We must protect Native women. We must protect Native people. Okay, I want to play a tune I've been dying to play all night. This one gives me a great source of pride. And as Military Sister, twin one with the, I'm not even sure what color nails that is. What they call that one?
Oh, it changes from red to pink. So when I'm hot, it's pink. And when I'm cold, it's...
When she's hot, it's pink, and when you're cold,
it's red.
It's red. You're cold right now, and I'm sweating.
Well, I don't know why I'm cold. Oh, well, it's changing to pink, yeah.
It's changing. They're actually changing.
Yeah, they're changing.
This is people, this is young people things I didn't even. Well, the woman with the changing nails will be coming up next. Is your sister coming tonight?
No.
I'm going to give her a beating one week. I say, I tell her, wait till she come back. You're cussing shower again. Anyway, I'm going to run the last two. Declaration. Before we go any further, I just want to say thank you, welcome to Conscious Thoughts, Roots Reggae Radio. Information at rootsreggaeradio.ca. If you want to call and cuss off the young lady in the next show, 416-651-0101. Don't ever cuss me. And Errol, thank you.
Bless
JB.
up, my brother.
The one called the Z of the mystic. Heights up. Run through my region. The Declaration of Rights by the Abyssinians.
I cannot hear the song enough. There's no amount of times enough. Time is up.
But another good thing.
How long?
Don't drop how much clout.
Of course you're going to. You're all pro.
I was in one day, right through these ages,
Fasting and fast. So Z, when the show done, can we put it on this right away? Is it possible? Thank you. Because I'm just going to send it to this brother and hopefully he can figure it out.
get up and fight for your right. Get up and fight for your right. Sister, took us away from civilization. Brought us to slavery,
Your drive
plantation.
to do this.
Fussing and fighting
Don't quit it.
over sin.
You're doing something that we get it right now.
Nothing to change this way. It's what's
Lately I've been feeling very good. I've been downloading to my fingers are like this and I can't download anymore.
You'll just talk. You'll find a way through it. All the way.
I think about it. Eventually I'm going to be Tony Matra and all them. I almost met him but I didn't go to the event because I didn't want to go by myself.
Well, what you should be doing is hook up with Star one of these days. We're gonna go for Sankofa, we'll do a night or something, play music, so we can hear it. And build a relationship with them. Because when that happens, I think I'll bring this in. And he grabbed Richard Stevens a month ago, and so on and so on and so on. This is the photograph with me and him on Africa. This bridging is amazing. Like, look, I'm so quiet and simple. Nobody knows. The song Tour with Capleton and him right there. And him was Capleton and Shabba. That's it. Are you there? You need to get around it. So one of these days, but reintroducing yourself and say things I like or whatever.
I'm supposed to be playing on a boat with military sounds, steaming, nitro, and two other people. But I have to play with Chippy, so it's not like everybody's gonna hear exactly how I play without somebody hitting upon me.